ॐ योऽन्तः प्रविश्य मम वाचमिमां प्रसुप्ताः सञ्जीवयत्यखिलशक्तिधरस्वधाम्ना अन्यां च हस्तचरणश्रवणत्वगादीन् प्राणान्नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यम्. Shloka 18 in Vishnu Sahasranama is Vedyo Vaidyas Sada Yogi Viraha Madhavo Madhuho Adindriyo Mahamayo Mahotsaho Mahabalaha. There are 10 namas in this shloka. They are Vedya, Vaidya, Sada Yogi, Veerah, Madhava, Madhuhu, Adindriya, Mahamaya, Mahotsaha, Mahabalaha. The first nama, Vedyaha, is. It comes from the root verb vid, that is to know. Vedyaha means one who is to be known for attaining mukti or moksha. Bhagavan Vishnu is the one who is to be known for attaining moksha. And Sri Adi Shankaracharya writes, one who is to be known even for attaining all the welfare and aishwarya in the worldly life. So one who is to be known for attaining wealth, welfare, a very good life, and in the end moksha is Vedya, and he is Mahavishnu. And in the Kaivalya Upanishad, Mantra 22, chapter 1, it says, it gives a very good explanation for the word Vedya. वेदैरनेहैरहमेव वेद्यो वेदान्तकृद्वेदविदेव चाहम् न पुण्यपापे मम नास्ति नाशो न जन्मदेहेन्द्रियबुद्धिरस्ति. It's a very important sloka and many students use it for nididhyasana. Vedairanehairahameva vedya. That is, I am the theme of the Vedas. I am to be known by the Vedas. I am that inner concept of the Vedas. All the Vedas, in all the Vedas, I am the essence of the Vedas. Vedanta Krit, I am the author of the Vedanta. Veda Videva Chaham, that is, I am, only I know all the Vedas, because the Vedas are infinite, and what we have at present is only a fraction of that, and even that fraction many people do not know completely. So the Vedas are infinite and infinite. No one else can know other than Bhagavan Vishnu. So he is the knower of the Vedas. Now, punya pape, I do not have any merits or demerits. Mama nasti nasho, I cannot be destroyed. There is no destruction for me. Now, janma, no birth. Dehendriya buddhi rasti. I do not have the body or the indriyas or the buddhi, intellect. So Bhagavan is that who is beyond all this. So one who is to be known by the Vedas is Vedya. And he is the knower of the Vedas and he is the author of the Vedanta also. The same concept is again said by Bhagavan Krishna in Bhagavad Gita. That is in chapter 15, Sloka 15 says, सर्वस्य चाहं हृदि सन्निविष्टः मत्तस्मृतिज्ञानमपोहनं च वेदैश्च सर्वैरहमेव वेद्यः Vedanta Krit Veda Videva Chaham. Exactly the two lines, the last two lines are same as in the Kaivalya Upanishad. Bhagavan Krishna here also he says that I live, I am seated in the hearts of all the people, all the beings. I am the knowledge, and I am the absence of the knowledge also, and I am to be known by all the Vedas, and I am the author of the Vedanta, and I am the knower of the Vedas. Exactly the same lines as in the Kaivalya Upanishad. Bhagavan Krishna must have studied all the Upanishads very well under his Guru Sandipani Maharshi. So exactly the same lines are repeated in Bhagavad Gita also. So the meaning of the Nama Vedya is one who is the knower of Vedas, or one who is to be known by the Vedas, and one who is to be known to attain liberation, as well as for all the Aishwarya, prosperity in the material world also. So that's the meaning of the word Vedya. The next Nama is Vaidya. That is, one who is the master of all the branches of knowledge is Vaidya. Bhagavan Vishnu, he knows all the branches of knowledge, whether it is Paravidya or Aparavidya, but the superior of all that knowledge is the Brahmajnana, Adhyatmajnana. That's why in Bhagavad Gita, in the Vibhuti Yoga, Bhagavan Krishna says, in the Sloka 32, chapter 10, Bhagavan says, Adhyatma Vidya Vidyanam. I am the Adhyatma Vidya, Brahma Vidya among the Vidyas. And so Bhagavan Vishnu, he is the knower of all the knowledge, whether it is Paravidya or Aparavidya. And another interpretation for the Nama Vaidya is, Vaidya also means the physician, a physician. Definitely, Bhagavan Vishnu, he's a great physician. From the ancient times itself, he's a great physician for the mind, for the body, and for the intellect. When the Devas and the Asuras, when they churned the ocean of milk, Lord Dhanvantri, Bhagavan Dhanvantri, he came out of that. And he was an ancient physician. He was that Bhagavan who authored or who gave the Ayurveda. And Ayurveda is a Upaveda of the Vedas. And Ayurveda, it is the holistic science of medicine, and it treats the beings with herbs and natural medicine. Hope everyone knows about Ayurveda. So Dhanvantri gave that Ayurveda to the world, and in the next Janma, or in the next Avatara, Dhanvantri was born as the king of the Kashi Raja, and he made Ayurveda very famous all over the world. So that's another name, meaning for the word Vaidya. Vaidya also means a physician. Of course, Bhagavan Vishnu is a great physician without expecting any benefits from the patients. So that is to be noted. So he is Vaidya, and he is the knower of all the branches of education or knowledge, and he is a great physician. The third Nama is Sada Yogi. Sada means always, and Yogi means, it comes from the root word Yujyate iti yogi. That is, one union is yoga, and one who practices that union is yogi. Bhagavan Vishnu, he is always in union with this creation, and so he is called Sada Yogi. He is always merged with this creation. He is not different from the creation. So that is one interpretation. And another interpretation which Acharya writes is, Avirbhuta Swarubhatvat Sada Yogi. Avirbhuta means present or appear, manifest, all this is Avirbhuta. That's the meaning of Avirbhuta. Bhagavan Vishnu appears before his bhaktas very easily. If we call him from the depth of our heart, In one way or other, he appeared before us, or he will guide us through our mind. So, since he is easily attainable to his bhaktas, he is called Sada Yogi. And another interpretation for Sada Yogi is the yogis are people who respect only the Atma. They do not care for the mind or the body or the intellect, so they do not see any difference in anyone. Bhagavan Vishnu, since he is always in union with the creation, with the Atma, he sees no difference in any beings. Whether it is a higher being or lower being, it is all for us. But for Bhagavan, it is all equal because he sees only the Atma and not the body or the mind or the intellect. So Bhagavan Vishnu, since he treats everyone equally at all times, he is called Sada Yogi. The next nama is Viraha. Vira means one who has immense valor. Bhagavan Vishnu, he slays the people who do evil deeds. He slays the asuras, he destroys the asuras, meaning he destroys or dispels the mind and the evil sin and the evil deeds of the asuras, and by that way they are purified and they attain liberation. So one who has immense strength or immense power to destroy these asuras, and these asuras are not ordinary people. They are great warriors with immense strength. Not even the devas are capable of destroying all of them. They may fight with them, but to destroy, they need help, the help of Bhagavan Vishnu to win over the asuras. So, one who destroys those great warriors with immense strength, the slayer of a strong man with a wicked nature, he is Viraha. So, Bhagavan Vishnu is Viraha. The next nama is Madhavaha. Ma means delusion or misunderstanding, dilemma, ignorance. Dhava means one who removes. So Madhava means it is Bhagavan Vishnu who removes the ignorance of the bhaktas. And so he is called Madhava. One who removes the ignorance of the bhaktas is called Madhava. And another interpretation is Ma means Vidya. Vidya means the Atma Vidya, Brahma Vidya. Tava means Pati or Lord. So one who is the Lord of the Brahma Vidya is Madhava. So that is one interpretation. This word we have seen in the 8th shloka, and here it is repeated again, and it has a different meaning in this context. Another meaning for Madhava, this we saw in that shloka itself, shloka 8. Ma means Ma Lakshmi, and Tava means husband or Lord. So one who is the husband of Devi Lakshmi is Madhava. And the next nama is Madhu. Madhu means honey. And Bhagavan Vishnu, he gives more pleasure, sweeter than honey, to his bhaktas. One who gives pleasure to his bhaktas is Madhu. And the special property of Madhu is, that is the honey is, among all the edibles, honey is that one which does not leave any residue or any waste when we consume it. Even when we consume it excessively, it does no harm. So just like that, Bhagavan Vishnu, when we approach him or when we worship him, he entirely removes our sins without any residue. So by that meaning, he is called Madhu. And in the Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, chapter 2, section 5, mantra 14 says, I am Atma Sarvesham Bhudanam Madhu. This Atma is verily the honey of all beings. I am Atma Sarvesham Bhudanam Madhu. I am the verily the honey of all being for all beings. So by all these interpretation, the meaning of Madhu is one who gives pleasure to all beings and who removes the sense of all the beings who worship him completely without any residue. The next nama is Adhindriya. Adhindra, this nama also came in the last shloka, in shloka 17. There, the meaning given was Adhindra means one who is superior than the Indradeva. That's the beauty of the Sanskrit language and the Vishnu Sahasranama also. The same word will give different meaning in different context. So there, the meaning for Adhindra was said as the one who is superior to Indra, because that context was that sloka itself was referring to Vamana avatar. Many of the names explain the Vamana avatar of Bhagavan. But here the context is different. So the meaning also differs for the same word. That's the beauty of Sanskrit language. And Bhishma Acharya is a great scholar in Sanskrit language. That's why he is playing with the words in Sanskrit. Atindriya in this context means one who cannot be grasped by the sense organs. Atindriya, Indriya means the sense organs, one who is beyond the sense organs. We cannot grasp him or we cannot understand him with the sense organs. That's why many people do not believe in God, because they do not see him as an object. Here also a very important sloka, that is from the Katha Upanishad. Katha Upanishad part 1, canto 3, mantra 15 supports this point. That is one who is beyond the senses. Here the mantra says, Ashabdham, Asparsham, Arubam, Avyayam, Tatha Arasam, Nityam Agandam Vachayat, Anadhyanantam, Mahad, Param, Dhruvam, Nichaya, Tan Mrityu Mukhat Pramuchyate. That is, one becomes freed from the birth and death if they know the Bhagavan, who is Ashabdam, soundless, Asparsham, cannot be touched, touchless, Arupam, he doesn't have form or color, we cannot see him, Avyayam, changeless, Tata Arasam, tasteless, Nityam, eternal, Agandam, orderless, Anadhya Anandam. Anadhya, he doesn't have a beginning. Anantam, he doesn't have an end. Mahat, great. Param, supreme. Dhruvam, firm. That person, if that one person is known, if that Bhagavan is known, then one is freed from the jaws of dread. That's the meaning of this shloka, which comes in the Katha Upanishad, that is uh, part 1, canto 3, and mantra 15. So, this is a very good mantra explain the nature of Bhagavan. If he has a form, we can see him, an odor, we can smell him. If we can hear him, the air, we cannot hear him, but sparsha, we can feel the air, vayu. But Bhagavan is beyond all this. Cannot be grasped by the senses. And so he is Adindriya. And by this, what the Acharya means is, he is beyond the sense organs, means the base of the sense organs is Bhagavan. The sense organs cannot function without him. So he is the subject of the sense organs and not the object of the sense organs. He cannot be seen by the sense organs, but the sense organs remain in him. It exists in him. So that's the meaning, and this is very well, this point is supported by Bhagavad Gita in chapter 3, shloka 42. It says, Indriyani paranyahuhu Indriyebhya param manah manasastu para buddhihi yo buddhe paratastu saha. The indriyas are superior than this gross body, and the mana, that is the mind, is superior than the indriyas, and superior than the manas is the intellect, and superior than the intellect is Sa, that is Bhagavan, that is the Atma. So the indriyas, the body, as well as the intellect, manas, everything exists in that Atma. It exists in Bhagavan. He is not the object of the senses, but he is the subject of the sense organs. And that's what the meaning of this shloka as well as this nama is. He is beyond the indriyas, and so he is called Atindriya. The next nama is Mahamaya, one who has that power of Maya. He is Mahamaya. Why is that Maya so deluding? Why? What is the power of Maya? Maya has two powers in it with it. That is the power of concealing, hiding, which is called the Avarana Shakti, and the power to project, or the power of misunderstanding, or the power of delusion, which is known as the Viksheba Shakti. So Maya has two powers, Avarana Shakti and Viksheba Shakti. By this entire world is deluded by Maya. For example, we take the example, that ancient traditional example from the Vedanta, the rope and snake. If we see a rope in a dim light and we think or imagine that it to be a snake, and we are scared by it, we get fear out of it, out of that imagination. So what happens here is the real rope is hidden. Only when we hide something, we can project another thing in it. So that real rope is hidden, avarana, and above that, the snake, the image of the snake is projected on it, viksheba. So the rope is hidden, avarana, and the snake is projected, viksheba. So both of this combine and they give fear for any mind. Just like that, this world, the reality of this world is hidden and something else is projected. So, because of that, all the people are deluded, and that's the power of Maya. And this meaning is supported by Bhagavad Gita in chapter 7, Shloka 14. Bhagavan Krishna says, दैवी ह्येषा गुणमयी मम माया दुरत्यया मामेव ये प्रपद्यन्ते मायामेतां तरन्ति ते. That is, this Maya, which is the combination of the three gunas, Sattva, Rajas and Tamas, that Maya, it is duratya, very difficult to cross over. So what to do? One who prabhatyante, one who takes refuge in Bhagavan, to that person, Bhagavan will give the clear understanding of Maya, and only that person will be able to cross over Maya. Tarantite, they will be able to cross over Maya. So that's what the meaning of Mahamaya is. It has three gunas, and it is a deluding power as well as the hiding power. No one understands it. But if we take refuge in Bhagavan, he will make that person understand about Maya. And the same concept or the same meaning is again explained in the Svetasvatara Upanishad. Here also Bhagavan, the Rishi, gives the same meaning. Svetasvatara Upanishad, chapter 4, mantra 10 says, Mayam tu prakritim vidyan mayinam cha maheshwaram tasya vayava bhudaistu vyaptam sarvamitan jagat. The Rishi is telling, know this, all this is surely Maya. There is nothing else in this appearance other than Maya. All this is Maya. And the Lord of Maya is the Maheshwara, that is the Supreme Lord. He is the Lord of Maya. And what all you see is all this Prakriti is only Maya. And the reality is veiled by this Maya. So that is the power of Maya. It hides something and it projects something else. And that's the meaning of the word Mahamaya. It's the unique power of Bhagavan. And Mahavishnu, he is the great power who has this Maya. So that's the meaning of the eighth Nama, Mahamaya. The next Nama is Mahotsaha, Mahat Utsaha. Utsaha means enthusiasm, great Utsaha. So one who always has this great Utsaha, enthusiasm to do his actions, whether it is creation, protection, or destruction, he has that great enthusiasm. Bhagavan has that great enthusiasm, and so he is called Mahotsaha. And always he will have that enthusiastic power because he is that Atma, Brahman, and he has that power. And when we are worried or when our utsaha, that is enthusiasm, fades, or when we do meditation or when we worship Bhagavan, we are again connected with that Atma and we get utsaha from him. Bhagavan or the Antaratma is the powerhouse of utsaha. That is, it is the powerhouse of enthusiasm. So we draw, our mind draws power from it, and we will get back that utsaha, enthusiasm, and we will perform our action. So that utsaha, always one who has that utsaha is Mahotsaha, and he is Bhagavan Vishnu. Even in Ramayana, in the Sundarakanda, when Bhagavan Hanuman, he goes to Lanka to search for Sita Devi, he searched in all places in Lanka. There is not even a single graha in Lanka where he has Bhagavan Hanuman or Maruti has not searched. He searched everywhere, even in the house of Ravana, he searched for Sita Devi. He didn't get her anywhere. He didn't find Sita Devi anywhere. So he sat on a roof of one of the upari of one of that houses in Lanka, and he was so worried that what will I do now? How will I go back? And all the warriors of Sugriva are waiting for him that Anuman will come back with the good news. And Sri Ramachandra Parabrahman, he is also waiting for me. So what will I go and tell him? I cannot find Sita anywhere. Is she here or did Ravana hide her in some patala? So what will I do? He worried like that. And suddenly a thought came to him. If I worry like that, my mind will be clouded by this worry and all this disappointment and failure. So I will lose the enthusiasm. If I lose the enthusiasm, then that's all. No way. So I will become a failure. If I lose this enthusiasm, only failure I will meet. So let me draw back that enthusiasm from Bhagavan Sri Rama. And again, he got that enthusiasm when he worshipped Sri Rama, and he again went to search for Sita Devi, and he found her, Bhagavan Hanuman, he found her in the Ashoka. So, like that, when any one of us, when we lose our enthusiasm, that is the urginess, then that is the real failure. What the failure, the result, if it doesn't come to us in a positive way, that is not a failure. That is the failure of the action. But the real failure of a person is to leave that urge for success, that enthusiasm to work hard. So when we worship Bhagavan Vishnu, we get back that enthusiasm from him, and that's the meaning of Mahotsaha, one who has infinite or great Utsaha is Bhagavan Vishnu. The next nama and the last nama in this shloka is Mahabalaha, one who has immense strength, and we saw this similar meaning of this in the last shloka. One who has the strength of this entire world is Mahabalaha, and Bhagavan Vishnu, he has immense strength, and so he is called the Mahabalaha. And in again in Bhagavad Gita in chapter 7, shloka 11, Bhagavan Krishna says, Bala Balavatam Asmi, I am the strength in the person who is very strong. So I am that strength in a person. And it is the real strength of the person is his Antaratma. That is the real strength. Because many people think that the strength, the physical strength is the real strength. That is also a strength, but it is temporary. We cannot always be that strong, always in life. So, believing that that is the real strength, many people go to do exercise or go to gym. All that are needed, they are not bad, but that is not the real strength. When our mind becomes weak, the strength of the body will not be of any use. If the mind is influenced by the buddhi, if the buddhi is there is no determination, then the mind as well as the body becomes useless. So the real strength of the person is the strength of the Atma, that is the self-confidence. With self-confidence, even though we do not have that bala in the body or the mind or the intellect, again it revives us. And many people come over failure because of this self-confidence, confidence in the self, that is confidence in the Atma. It is not the confidence in the ego. Many people mistake the self as their ego. It is not the ego, it is the Antaratma. When we believe that Bhagavan is with us, when we believe that this mind is established in Bhagavan, when we have faith that all this exists in Bhagavan, then from naturally, automatically, that confidence come to our mind, and that confidence is the self-confidence. And this self-confidence is harmless because it will make a person humble, non-egoistic, at the same time successful. If we have physical strength or mental strength or material strength, then it is temporary. At the same time, it will make us more and more arrogant and egoistic. So the real strength of the person lies in the Atma. And Bhagavan Vishnu, he is the Mahabalaha. He is that Atma, and so he has tremendous confidence in himself, and that is his bala, not only the bala of his body. So that's the meaning of the word Mahabalaha, and that's the end of this shloka, the meaning of this shloka. And the summary of this shloka is Bhagavan Vishnu, he is to be known for attaining any prosperity in life as well as the mukti. He is to be known. And the one who is the master of all knowledge is Vaidyaha. And he is the great physician also. And Bhagavan is always in connection, emerged with this creation, and he treats everyone equally, and he's a great valor who slays the strong men with evil attitude. And he is the person, Bhagavan, he removes the ignorance of his bhaktas and he gives pleasure for all his bhaktas, and he cannot be grasped or attained by the sense organs. He is the subject of the sense organs and not the object of the sense organs. He has the great power of Maya and he has great utsaha, enthusiasm always, and he has great strength, immense strength. So when we connect with Bhagavan in any way, we will attain all his positive qualities. So that's the meaning of this shloka. I will continue with the meaning of the next shloka in my next video. कायेन वाचा मनसेन्द्रियैर्वा बुद्ध्यात्मना वा प्रकृते स्वभावात् करोमि यत् सकलं परस्मै नारायणायेति समर्पयामि ॐ तत्सत्